Morning everybody, welcome back to Grandpa's Garage. I'm out in the woodshed here and I brought some firewood down to the cabin, down to the Wolf Lodge. It's minus 11 degrees Celsius this morning. It's sunny and bright. We were spared the brunt of the snowstorm that south of us got, but we're supposed to be getting a dump of snow tomorrow. Let's go down to the cabin and get the wood stove fired up. It's cold. Turned around here. Just a beautiful morning. Here we are, down at the Wolf Lodge. Snow is very crisp under the feet. Take a look at the sugar shack here. You can see the cupola right there. That door flops open. And I've got a little garden shed over here. Got some interesting news to share with you this morning, but before I get to that, we've got a frosty window here and a very frosty window here. No heat on in the shack at the moment. Soon will be though. Good morning, cabin. Let's get some heat on in here. Opened up. Got some smaller stuff here to get this thing going. I like to use bark and dry bits of wood whenever I got anything small. I never run out of kindling or firewood here. It's only just a walk out the door. I don't know if that one's gonna fit, maybe. Might have to snap that one off. There we go. I was going to cook my breakfast down here this morning, but I stepped out that front door and it was cold. Maybe we'll cook some stew down here later. Get this fire going first. Bark works good as long as it's dry. I got a lot of offcuts from when I was chainsaw milling. Come on, later. Golly, it's only been down here for a few minutes. Didn't want to light. It's got a light now. Starting to go. Okay. Whew, brisk in here. Fred's not down here right now. I asked him if he wanted to come out, and he came running to the door like he was going to come out, and he did all four wheels skidded to a stop, and he looked at me, turned around, and walked back in the house because I got the wood stove going on in the house there, and it's comfortable 75 degrees right now. So we'll work away at getting this one going. Won't take too long. This little stove here, it works really well. It's a heavier plate. It's almost like a 3/8 steel on this one, I do believe. Nah, the top is 3/8 and the rest of it feels like a quarter. It's a little heavier stove than some. It used to have glass doors in it, but they were both broken, so I just took some steel and welded them on the inside. It is an airtight. It is fully lined with brick. The chimney is single wall until it goes through the wall, and then it's insulated chimney from there on up. I don't know if you can see that, it's starting to go there. Just have a look outside here for a minute. Yeah. My glasses here. Yeah, we were spared the brunt of that storm, thankfully. About -11 right now. I got my insulated pants on, and I got three layers on. I can get this cabin up to 80 degrees. There's no insulation in here, but I tell you what, you don't need it. Because once this baby gets rolling, I got a window open. I used to boil the maple sap in here on this stove. Do the finish boil on it, but since I put the sugar shack together this year, and I got the barrel evaporator down in the sugar shack, it's going to be so much nicer with the cupola and everything. In here it got pretty steamy, but that's going to be a big upgrade in the springtime. Looking forward to that, and you're welcome to come along in the videos and watch me do some maple sap gathering and boiling in the springtime. That's a little ways from now, that's for sure. We're on the wrong end of things right now. And it's supposed to warm up today to, I think they said -5. And we've got a -14 tonight. So I think winter is here. I always like to throw a little bit of snow on here just to let me know how things are warming up. When that's real, oh yeah, I see it's starting to melt already. When that's rolling, you put a big chunk of snow on there, it just immediately sizzles and evaporates. Oh yeah, she's starting to cook there now. So, I was talking to my buddy Tom there, and I let him know I called the township where I live up here to see what is the biggest shed that I can build without a permit. And they told me I can build a 10-foot by 16-foot with no permit. So that's what I'm going to build. And that's going to be up on the far side. And it will have a 55-gallon barrel wood stove heating that baby. I want to chainsaw mill everything. And I told Tom. Tom says, well, why don't we build a sawmill? He's got lots of stuff down there. So last night I agreed. He said, if you agree to that design, and we looked at a few different designs online, and we picked a design out, and he's going to start gathering up bits and pieces and parts, and, well, we're going to build ourselves a sawmill, and actually band sawmill for cutting the logs. So I'm going to make all the lumber, and I'm going to be videotaping all of that action. I don't know how long it's going to take us to build the sawmill, but we're going to get started on it. He's gathering bits and pieces and parts out there today. He said he was going to see what he can find and gather up. So there's another project in the works, building the 10 by 16 heated workshop. And we're going to sawmill. We're going to chainsaw mill some of the stuff, and I'm going to sawmill most of the stuff. I need 2x4s, 2x6s, and I'm going to make the exterior look like board and batten. So I'm going to be sawmilling all of the boards for that as well. It's going to have a shingled roof on it, an insulated chimney going through the roof. No need for insulation in there because a 55-gallon barrel will heat the bejesus out of it. That way I can get out there and I can do some grinding, painting, sanding, because I got to bring the fenders in, and I can't do the fenders for the 78 Ford in the basement because anything that I do down there, the odors go upstairs and it's just not pleasant. There's a heated workshop in my future, 10 feet by 16 feet with a vaulted ceiling. Can't wait. So, today I'm going to be cooking some stew on the old wood stove today. But I've just been out feeding the birds. I do that every morning. I get up. They're the first things that I look out to make sure they've got suet in the feeders. I go downstairs and I get the bird seed. And I've had blue jays and chickadees and nuthatcher and woodpeckers, grosbeak. We had a grosbeak last week. Nice color of gold and yellow and black. Beautiful bird. And yeah, if you went along with that video with me when I went for the walk down in the bush there, boy oh boy, that's some peaceful down there this time of year. Before the snow gets too deep. It's nice walking. We've got about 6 inches of snow in total. Farther south of us, they've got like 2 feet of snow. We're supposed to get hit tomorrow with another storm coming from the western side of Canada. But for now, we're going to enjoy a nice comfortable day down here in the cabin. If it ever warms up in here. It's not too warm in here right now. But anyway, I'm going to have to go up and get Fred. I'll probably have to carry the bugger down here because, well, he doesn't like getting his feet too cold. So let me know down in the comments what you guys do in the wintertime. What's your hobbies? Do you have a shop you work in, a heated shed? Do you take off to the sunny south? Do you hang out in the house by a wood stove, or what do you do? Wife and I will often go snowshoeing together. There's trails in the village of Halliburton. They've got a trail with artworks, sculptures and things on this trail, so you can walk that trail. Arrowhead and Algonquin Park aren't too far of a drive for us from here. We're less than 2 hours to all of that particular activities. They have outdoor skating trails. We love to do that. If you've never done an outdoor skating trail, I encourage you. Strap on some skates, get a helmet if you're not that good at it, and go. Boy, oh boy. Nothing like skating through the bush. The trail's nice and wide. I'm thinking the trail's probably 16 feet wide or so. They do it with a Zamboni. They scrape it, they flood it. And they have night skating. They've got tiki torches the whole way around. I think the trail's about 1.5 kilometers long, something like that. And they have a seating area where you can sit on benches and whatnot. And they've always got big fires going. They got fire pits all over the place up there. And they have shelving to put your boots in. Not heated, mind you. And you shove your boots in there and wrap them in a blanket or something in case it's snowing. And when you come back to put your boots on, boy, they're cold, but you ain't long getting to the car, you know what I mean, and getting the heat going. But that's up in the Huntsville area, the Arrowhead Provincial Park. Excellent. This time of year, I like to go to the arena and see my grandson play hockey. My youngest grandson. I've got 10 grandkids in total. I've got several up north. I've got 4 of them up in the northern country there. I got Jack and Avery, and I got Ian, Aaliyah, and Lauren, and there's a Caleb up there. We have a Caleb down here. We got a second Caleb, and Destiny, and Mason, and Addison. God, I remembered all the names. I've got 4 grown children. I've got David and Ashley, and Joshua and Katrina. Trina and her husband and their 2 children, they live in Powassan on a 90-acre farm. And Joshua lives in north of North Bay. He lives on the lake, on Lake Nipissing, in a nice house with a shop. I've yet to see it yet, Josh. I am coming. And he owns his own mechanics shop down in the town of North Bay, the city of North Bay. And he does very well at that. And he's into hot rods like his old man. So other hobbies that I like to do some fishing and canoeing. The wife and I went to the East Lake, which is a 15-minute drive from here down Highway 118 towards Bracebridge. There's a parking area. Then you got a portage. It's fairly steep going down and rocky and tree roots, and it's not too bad. You can get down to the water, but what a beautiful spot to go fishing. We went swimming. We just found a rock, dragged the canoe up on the rock, and we went swimming there. It was beautiful, laid out in the sun there. And you're virtually got the place to yourself in the middle of the week in the summertime down there. On the weekends, it gets a little busier with people coming on. You can camp. There's campsites where you can book and do overnight camping or by the day, or stay by the week, or groups or what have you. There's all kinds of activities. If you're into curling, they got curling up here. We've got all kinds of activities. I belong to the Halliburton Time Travelers Car Club, and we do cruise nights. Every Thursday we do a cruise night. This summer coming we'll be at the A&W in Halliburton Village, and we go to Kawartha Dairy in Minden. We'll be doing that as well. And then there's a bevy of car shows all across this county and south of us. We go all over the place, and we usually get together with 5 or 10 or 15 of us from the club, all vintage cars. I got the old tow truck, and there's hot rods, and there's vintage cars. There's everything is welcome. And we go in a long line all the way down. We convoy down, and it's really something to watch people. They're all waving and thumbs up out the windows. It's really quite an interesting experience. Great bunch of people in the car club. Let's see what we got going on in here now. Oh yeah. But I gotta say, in the spring we get the black flies and mosquitoes and stuff. Yeah, they're a pain in the butt, but I throw a bug suit on. They can't get me, and I just embrace it and get out and do stuff. I don't hide in a gazebo, screened in area or anything like that. I'm not interested in that. I just get out and enjoy it. And get out in the side-by-side, and I'll be probably plowing snow tomorrow. Not much sense plowing it today. I mean, 6 inches of snow. I'm just going to let it freeze up and get a good solid base down. But I will be plowing snow. And once I start, it don't end. All right, let's get some more wood in here. Can go in there? Sure can. I like to load her right up, this little girl. She's gonna take off there now. Just gotta leave the doors cracked a little bit, a little extra air in there. I've got 4 saw logs that I've hauled up, and I've got a few more trees that I've got picked out to harvest that aren't going to impact the forest here, because I don't like to impact the forest too much and take a bunch of trees and devastate the landscape. I enjoy the landscape, but my buddy Tom's got a bunch of pine trees that we're going to take down in the spring because his hydro wires are running right through them. So we're going to take them all down and cut them into log lengths, and now we got a proper sawmill coming. This is going to be great. Can't wait. And we'll sawmill stuff up like crazy. I'll be able to make the lumber pretty quick. Chainsaw milling is a lot of fun, and I'm going to show you some of that. I'm going to be doing some of that later on. Not today, but can't do it when it's too cold. The saw will just get all gummy. But it's quite fun. I enjoy it. I wouldn't have bought the equipment if I didn't think it was going to be fun. And I chainsaw milled all the boards you see in this cabin. I did them all. And this wood here is aspen. It's another softwood. It's a lot like pine. It does shrink. You can see how I've got some gaps in the boards. I've moved them and closed the gaps up, and they've spread again. On this wall behind you, I did that in pine. And that one did not shrink near as much. But it just smells so nice in here with all the antiques. And on the ceiling, that's all old boards, probably 100 years old or more, and they're black oak, real heavy. And I had to screw them up there with screws, and I put a lot of screws in because that ceiling is heavy. I actually had to have the wife come down. We had 2 ladders in here. Well, one's still there. Stand on the ladders and fish these things in here and screw them on. That was all free lumber I got from that barn that Tom and I were taking the antiques out of and cleaning up. How's she doing in there? Oh yeah, she's coming. Yo, she's getting warm. Let's see here. Season these pans again. I haven't used this one yet. We're making toast, I guess. Cast iron. You plop that down, or grilled cheese, or pancakes. I don't know what, but my daughter gave me that. Yet to use that. I do have a Dutch oven. Cast iron. These things are great. This one's going to need to be cleaned up. I got a bit of rust in that one before I can reuse that. That's fine. I just got these off the stove because they'll get hot. I got a kettle here. I think I cleaned that out. Yep. That baby is clean. So I may go up later and get that thing filled up. Put him on the stove. Go up and see if Fred wants to come out. So everywhere I go, I got a musical instrument or two hanging around, and I don't know how to play any of them. I got a cigar box guitar over here. Oops, a daisy. I got a harmonica. I got a cigar box guitar. And you know what else I got? I got time. Not a clue. Not a clue. But isn't that just the neatest thing? A cigar box guitar. My daughter up north in my daughter in Powassan on the farm bought that for me for Christmas one year. I just love that. That goes everywhere I go down around here. And I got the, I don't know. I don't know how to play it. Not a clue, but I do play with it when I sit down here. Some of these old bottles, I get a kick out of them. I remember these old Pepsi bottles when I was a kid, and you used to sit outside the store and drink and drink and drink it, and then go right back in and get your nickel. I found this old steel plate on the wall here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe I can take you over here for a minute. This old plate. It's all rusted and everything. I was on a job site and it was sticking out of the ground, like in the middle of the bush. And then we found remnants of an old cabin. And then we started finding more stuff and bottles and things. And well, I guess there was a cabin and somebody was homesteading there. But yeah, you never know what you're going to find. I brought a blanket down for the bed because we got it wrapped in plastic just to keep any critters from getting at the box spring and mattress. And it's cold, so bring Fred down. He likes to kind of lay on that and get warm. Yeah, that's that ceiling I was telling you about. Black oak. And there's some other board up there, but the big ones are black oak. And boy, oh boy, are they heavy. But I enjoy it down here. It's nice. And it's not getting any warmer in here yet. It's going to take a bit of time. Whoa. Dusty. Let's see how she's looking. Oh. Oh yeah, look at the smoke roll out of the bugger, eh? Just got to keep her open until everything gets warmed up. That's chilly. It is a cold, cold morning. Yeah. It'll be great if I ever learn how to play it. Hang him back on the wall. Anyway, I'm going to go see if Fred wants to come down. There we go. We got old Fred. Want to sit up on my lap? Hey, what do you think? Took him out of a nice warm house, brought him down to a cold cabin. He's going, what the hell? There you go. Get your tail out of there. Say hi to everybody, Fred. It's getting warm, buddy. All right? Good old friend of mine, aren't you? Cold lady, buddy. Oh. Got the fire going, bud. He likes to come down here, but he sure don't like the cold. He's got a coat on him, though. Got a bloody parka that he wears 365 days a year. Don't you, bud? Drag Fred out of the warm house, hey, bud? Oh, I tell you, there's something about just sitting in a cabin out in the bush. Just gorgeous day today. Ah. There, I'm gonna let this thing just a rock now, eh, Fred? Ooh. Now it's starting to cook. You feel that? Eh? Eh? Beep, beep. We bought him a hat with the reindeer antlers on it. Velcro under his chin, and he just puts his head on the ground and just sits there. Took it off and he looked at me like he was going to eat me. Don't you ever put that back on me again, he said. You feel that? Is it melting the snow yet? Here, let's try a piece of snow. Look at that. There. You don't like that. There, I put the blanket down for you. You don't have to lay on the plastic. Watch out of the way now. Let's have a look outside here. Not much stirring outside today. Just the birds. Got a ladder in the way here. Just a beautiful blue sky though. Can't wait to get that thing fired up this year. You can see the chimney I put. I just put a T at the very top for a chimney cap. That'll work. Show you some of these things here. Mulligan's Brigade. The bounty was $402. Last chance. What does that say? To avoid the draft. So any volunteers, they gave them $302. And for veterans, they gave them $402 to sign up. And the one down here was two horse, the Washington Cavalry. The bounty for that one was $162 to join that one. Like, are you kidding me? I got some of the money here. Confederate money. Kind of interesting stuff. This is the Bucktail Rifle Brigade, first class men. The bounty was $165 to join that one. Last chance. Sharpshooters. And this one, Freeman, Tennessee, 2 arms. There's a whole paragraph of things here to read. And they would have had these posted all over the place. I got the bugle here. This thing here is an antique fence puller for tensioning the fence. And part of a whipple tree here. Ah, you found it, eh, Fred? I wouldn't go underneath that. This is plastic. Stay on the blanket, eh? Hey, bud? That's a good boy. Anyway, we're about a half hour into the video. Hopefully you liked this video. I enjoy being down here, and I thought I'd just bring you along again. This will be the second time down in the cabin this year, but anyway, we'll have a live chat with this one later on. Bye for now.